In the United States, you can get paid once a week, once every 2 weeks, which is called bi-weekly, or once a month. Payday. Check. Spend. Bills. Raise. Save. Savings. Payday. Check. Spend. Bills. Raise. Save. Savings. What would you spend your money on? I need to spend my money on bills. I want to spend my money on something fun. If you got a raise, what would you do? Payday. Check. Spend. Bills. Raise. Save. Savings. A pay stub shows how much money that you made, how many taxes have been withheld, and any withholdings for benefits. It will also show you how much time you have for vacation or sick time. In the United States, you get paid during your vacations and sick times. It depends on your employer and if you're full-time. But you need to have hours available to get paid during vacations or sick times. Sometimes employers call these PTO, or paid time off. Depending on your employer, you either earn paid time off during your schedule, or they will give you a certain amount of hours at the beginning of the year to use throughout the year. Here is a pay stub. Notice that it shows how much was earned, how much was withheld from your taxes, and how much you have total, which is your net pay. Net pay is after they took out money for your benefits and for your taxes. Here is another example of a pay stub. This is more detailed, but it still shows you how much was taken out for your benefits and how much was taken out for taxes. It also will show you how much time left you have for your vacation and sick time or paid time off. Pay stub. Taxes. Withheld. Withholdings. Benefits. Pay stub. Taxes. Withheld. Withholdings. Benefits. Let's introduce vocabulary about bills. These are things we cannot avoid. Expenses. Rent. Mortgage. Utilities. Internet or phone. Cable. Miscellaneous. Medical. Expenses. Rent. Mortgage. Utilities. Internet or phone. Cable. Miscellaneous. Medical. Most places will let you pay online for things or bills. You can still pay for items in cash in person. Just make sure you always get a receipt. Always get a receipt. You can also pay online using credit card or using your bank's online pay program. To learn more about that, you should talk to your bank. Checks are still acceptable, but they are falling out of favor. Some companies will no longer accept checks. For credit cards and checks, you may pay additional fees. Cash. Checks. Credit card. Online bill pay. Receipt. Fees. Cash. Checks. Credit card. Online bill pay. Receipt. Fees. If you need to return an item that you bought, maybe it doesn't work, maybe it doesn't fit, you can do that at most places. If a store does not accept a return, they will have all sales final printed on the receipt. If it is an expensive mechanical item, it may have a limited time when you can return it. You can't buy a snowblower in the winter and return it in the spring. You will need to read conditions of sale or insurance for larger purchases. All sales final. Limited. Conditions of sale. Insurance. Return policy. I can go to Cedar Point. I can drive to Florida. I could go to Hawaii if I could afford it. Can. Things within your ability. Could. Things that may be in your ability or hypothetical. I, you, he, she, we, they, it can. I, you, he, she, we, they, it could. I, you, we, they, he, she, it can. I, you, we, they, he, she, it could. Can. Things that are in your ability. Could. Things that may be in your ability. Could and should. I, you, we, they, he, she, it could. I, you, we, they, he, she, it should. Could. Things that may be in your ability. Should. Things that you need to do things that you need to do but may not want to. I, you, we, they, he, she, it could. I, you, we, they, he, she, it should. Could. Things that may be in your ability. Should. Things that you need to do but may not want to. If-then statements are called conditional statements. If I had more money, I could travel to Europe. I could travel to Europe if I had more money. It doesn't matter which order you put it in the conversation. You can do if-then or the statement if. If I was taller, I could be a basketball player. I could be a basketball player if I was taller. If you were here, we could talk. We could talk if you were here. But you are not here, so we cannot talk. If-then conditional statements.